before. Figuratively, he bites as hard as he can.
Okay.
And of course, when he puts his fangs into you, you certainly feel it. I think it could
watch Johnny's bite.
Bismillahir Rahman Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Monday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Let's say big shouts to all those who share our content, all those who like our content, all those who make us trend day by day. And big shouts to all those who said, oh, we can't continue this, we can't go ahead, there will not be content, blah, blah, blah. Big shouts to them too. And big shouts to everybody else who also makes time to watch, those who live outside the country, who close, who come and watch the show before they go and hit the sack, etc. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you to Grandpa Clothing for my outfit today. They're on social media. You get them and you get something for yourself. This morning, I want to appeal to your conscience because we are just about 19 days to the big election. And I want to appeal to your conscience to make the right decision, to vote for the right person or the right people. Your member of parliament has been in parliament for 4 years. He has not breathed a word. Your member of parliament has been in parliament, and when you watch the television, with GTV Govern, or you watch parliament on Facebook, you don't see your member of parliament. Your member of parliament is in parliament, but he has never raised the question about your constituency, and he still wants to be re-elected, or she still wants to be re-elected. Don't make that mistake again. Your member of parliament is interested in sharing sardine and key soap and bentwa and other things to you. Don't vote for such a person. Such a person doesn't represent your interests. When you have a member of parliament of that nature, you are as good as the people of Santro, Kofi Akpafu, Likpe, and Lolobi, who were denied an opportunity to have a representation on the eve of the 7th of December 2020 by Jean Mensah, Bosman Asari, Samuel Tete, and Silviano, who is now our ambassador to Denmark. Oh yes, after the election, Silviano was taken to Denmark. Oh, you didn't know? I'm telling you. It's a fact. I'm not the one manufacturing it. That 2020 election was fraught with a lot of frailties and errors. After the declaration of the election, Silviano went to Denmark. She's still in Denmark. If you have a member of parliament who doesn't speak on your behalf, you have a member of parliament who doesn't represent your interest, do not vote for that member of parliament again. It doesn't matter if you love your party so much or the person, don't vote for that member of parliament, because that a member of parliament like that is very useless. Your parliamentarian is supposed to represent your interests. And if your parliamentarian doesn't represent your interests, really, what is your parliamentarian supposed to be achieving for you? I'm asking you. Your parliamentarian doesn't lobby for projects to come to your constituency. Your parliamentarian doesn't care. Your parliamentarian is just there, is just existing. When your parliamentarian is done with their, they're done with their service, they will get ex gratia. Your parliamentarian doesn't really care. Your parliamentarian doesn't care. And you want to go and continue to vote for such a parliamentarian? How? Your parliamentarian doesn't care. Your parliamentarian doesn't care. And you want to continue to vote for a parliamentarian of that nature? He doesn't represent your interest. He doesn't care. Are you kidding me? You are so stuck in your partisanship that the parliamentarian who doesn't speak up for you, so you have a parliamentarian like Sam Nate George in Ningo Prapram who is speaking up for his people. You have a parliamentarian like Alexander Apenyomaki who is speaking up for his people in Futu. You have a parliamentarian like Arnaud Dompré who is speaking up for his people. You have a parliamentarian like Clementa Park. You have a parliamentarian like Govins Kwame Agboja in Adakulu. And your parliamentarian, like a parliamentarian like Samuel Kudetua Blakwa, and your parliamentarian doesn't speak up for you, and you still want to go and elect that person. There's something wrong with you. You have to be investigated. Your parliamentarian doesn't speak up for you. Your parliamentarian is never present. Your parliamentarian is never available. And yet you say, oh, because he's wearing my party color, I have to vote for my parliamentarian. There's a problem with you. No, there's a problem with you. You have to be investigated. There's a problem with you. You have to be investigated. Your parliamentarian is not interested in your concerns. Your parliament. Look at how sterling Ablakwa was when the Akosobo Dam spillage happened. Look at what Kwame Agboja did when the conversations around the Adaklu area came up. Look at what Anodom Press is doing. Look at what Alexander Afenyomaki is doing. Look at what Johnnie Beresford Hughes is doing. Your parliamentarian doesn't speak for you. And you still want to go and queue to vote for a parliamentarian of that nature. You have a problem. You have to be investigated. Look at what some Nate George is doing in Ningo Pram Pram. Look at what Anodom Press is doing in Swan Edredri. Look at what Ablakwa is doing in North Town. Look at what Kwame Agboja is doing in Adaklu. And look at what Johnnie Beresford Hughes is doing in Asin South. And your parliamentarian doesn't speak for you. You have a problem. And you want to still go and queue to vote for your parliament. Maybe you read the duties of a parliamentarian. Your parliamentarian has been in parliament for 8 years. He has not made a statement in parliament before. And you want to go and queue to vote for them. I didn't know your mama. O member of parliament, I didn't know your mama. Bibi sao. Mine if you are habo, mimbi bosani. Mine if you are, some of the parliamentarians are bowing out with a lot of pride. Like Nilante Vanderpoy, bowing out with a lot of pride. Kennedy Japan, like him or hate him, he's bowing out with a lot of pride. Or Sechim and Samosu, they are bowing out with pride. The likes of Yile Tre, etc., they are bowing out with pride. Your parliamentarian, he sneaks into the constituency and sneaks back out. He is not confident to even come and meet you people. He doesn't do town hall meetings. He doesn't even know how to organize it. And you say he is the parliamentarian. When you finish, you go and collect ex gratia. Look, for not serving you, he collects ex gratia for not serving your interest. 4 years he has been in parliament, and parliament is parler, French for speaking. And your parliamentarian is in parliament, he doesn't even speak. He's mumu, he doesn't speak. Somebody actually went to tell his constituents that he sits behind a pillar, the speaker doesn't see him. Are you kidding me? We know the processes in parliament, or six alike. You put a question, it is admitted, right? And he say, because he's sitting behind it, as if when you get to parliament, then you just get up and start speaking, the speaker admits you. Your parliamentarian is mumu. He doesn't speak. And you want to elect him again. You are the one causing Ghana's democracy. You are the one pulling us back as a country. You. Honorable Kujianka put up a statement. Let's put it back there on Facebook. He's talking about the cost of living. And last week I told you that the cost of living conversation must be hard. Because if our senior citizens are also complaining about it. Let me read that statement. He said, truth is that the cost of living in Ghana is now choking. It choke. I can't look at the face of a fellow pensioner. I don't know what to tell those receiving below 1,000 cedis a month. The cost of fuel to my village, right? His holy village in the Fanti land. When he's going there, he spends 1,000 Ghana cedis to and fro. He says it's not funny anymore. Seriously. This is an accomplished former editor of the People's Daily Graphic. Accomplished board chairman of Media General. Accomplished rector of the Ghana Institute of Journalism. Accomplished, curator of a museum, etc. This is not a small man. He's a big man. He has cause to complain and says that he can't look his fellow pensioners in the face. And then you have people come and tell you that, the banks were not collapsed, they were merged. And the banks were merged and people got their money. And nobody can say that they go and ask the people who kept their monies in the bank whether they got their monies or not. What was the budget for the banking sector collapse? Go and speak to Seydou Agongo, speak to Kofi Amoabeng, speak to the people who own the bank. There are largely who died at Royal Bank. Go and speak to their families. Go and speak to their families. Keep the text on. Go and speak to their families. You collapse banks. People lose their jobs. People can't find their savings. Put the post up. People can't find their savings. People have no access to their monies. Then when you finish, you come and be explaining in English to us that everybody got their money and people are making hue and cry about nothing and hue and noise about nothing. Really? Really? People can't afford their BP medication. People have gotten diabetes because their sugar intake shot up. People are dying because of a very useless decision that was taken. Consolidated Bank Ghana. How is it doing? I will put documents out in the coming weeks. How is Consolidated Bank Ghana doing? The Development Bank Ghana, how are they doing? I'm asking a question. I said the money that we sunk into Consolidated Bank Ghana, how are they doing? Development Bank Ghana, how are they doing? I will expose the rot in those banks. I will expose the rot in those companies. What are you talking to me about? My mother is past 70. There are many others who are gone past 70 who are going through it. And then you come back and you say, oh, everything is okay, blah, blah, blah. Put the people at this. Maybe you are getting stolen money. That's why you are not going through it. The cost of living conversation must be hard. You push a big lawyer like Martin Kpebu to come on TV with cocoa 5 cedis and milk 3 cedis to come and show it on TV. It tells you how people are going through it. There's another post, and we'll wrap up with that. The Okada people. I want to ask my senior friend, Mr. Buzia, at DVLA a question this morning. Where are our motor training schools? You pick a motorbike. Is there a training school or a tricycle? Is there a training school for you? Because you see these guys on the road. They are riding not with rear lights and front lights, headlights, nothing. And when you're coming to work at dawn, they are switching lanes and they are sometimes in the speed lane. I don't know if I'm the only one who has experienced it. They are switching lanes, they are in the speed lane, and they are just riding. And you ask yourself, when you buy a car, you go to a driving school. When you buy a motorbike, where do you go? When you buy a tricycle, where do you go? And they are just switching lanes. Some of them don't have driver's license. They have nothing. You check some of the normal places, you check them, star 92057 hash. You check it, and there's nothing inside. It's just gone, it's dead. Nothing. And you ask yourself the question, why do we allow it? So this has become a very important part of our national, transportation. Motorbikes, tricycles. Why can't we regulate it? Why can't we have a specific law to regulate it? Why? Why can we not have a specific law to regulate it? Because now people are yielding to it, people are using it. Why can't we have it? And they are causing a lot of accidents because nobody has bothered to look into it. We have a Minister of Transport, we have Minister of Roads and Highways, you have DVLA, you have Road Safety Commission, you have all the big men, but nobody is focusing on this. Why? Have the MTTD made propositions and nobody has looked at it? What about the Road Safety Commission? Have they done anything? The Road Safety Authority, have they done anything? I'm asking the questions because these guys are a menace on our road. Until we regulate them, until we put them in the right check, until we ask the specific questions, this will be a canker forever and ever. And they have caused many people accidents on our roads. Tricycles, motorbike, and the motorbikes, it freaks me. They ride on the road as if the road belongs to only them. In the media and everywhere they are riding. Everywhere they are riding. And you ask yourself, Why is nobody able to say, let's sit down and think about it and regulate it? Why? Because it's creating employment. These guys, they are creating employment for themselves because there are no jobs. So if there are no jobs and they are creating jobs for themselves, should we not regularize them so that we can also charge them decently for taxes and etc.? Can we not do that? And you find that there are a lot of foreign nationals who are plying this trade. And most of the people also come from the northern part of Ghana. We must ask the questions. So why is anybody not interested in regularizing them and actually policing them to ensure that put a picture up there. I want the picture up there. Why is anybody not regularizing them to ask the questions? Why can't we regulate them? Why? Why can't we regulate them? It's a basic question. Somebody wants to start riding a motorbike. They pick a bicycle, they master it, they graduate to a motorbike, they are on the road. Finish. Then they go to DVLA and they get their license. Finish. Who taught them how to ride? Who? And it's the same set of, you find people who are now learning how to ride these tricycles on the road and they're endangering everybody's life and nobody seems to care about it. If I pick a vehicle now and I don't know how to drive, I've not gone to a driving school and I don't know how to drive, I don't have a driver's license, and I hit somebody, it will be a big issue. Somebody rides with a tricycle and it's business as usual. Why? Can we not have a regulatory regime for this? Can we not? No, I'm asking a question this morning. Can we not? So now, the DVLA, I'm asking the question, if I buy a vehicle, DVLA will take me to the driving school and says that I have to come through a driving school to be able to get my driver's license. A lie? If I buy a motorcycle, where do I come through? Does the DVLA regulate motorcycle training for me? Do they regulate tricycle training for me? Do they regulate it? They don't regulate it. I'm asking DVLA, are they sleeping on the job or struggling to stay awake on the job? It's a very basic question because these guys, they cause a lot of harm on the roads. A lot of harms on the road. People crash into them every time, or they cross, without announcement, and people are hit, people's vehicles get mangled and etc. And nobody says anything about it. It's like a banana republic on the road. And you ask yourself, why? Because you have the police, you have DVLA, you have Road Safety Authority, you have all the NGOs who say they are interested in these things, and yet nothing seems to happen. And you ask yourself, why? This morning, people will dress up and go to DVLA, go to Ghana Police, MTTD, go to all them. They will dress up, eat breakfast, tell their family they are going to work. They go there and they come back and nothing happens. The guys will still be on the road. I'm not saying take their bread from them. I'm saying that put them in a proper regulatory check. And this morning, I'm asking DVLA. When I stand here to say, *920 *57 hash, you're checking the National Insurance Commission's database, whether a vehicle is registered or not, has insurance or not. Check it and I come and tell you that, for example, the trailer that was carrying the Galamsey equipment around the Adansi area does not have insurance, is not even registered in there. It has police emblem on it. They say, it doesn't belong to the police, it belongs to a private entity, blah, 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 Zoom Lion, blah, blah, blah. I was able to trace it. Ask DVLA this morning whether they have a driver database. Ask DVLA. When the police stops you on the road, they are able to check and dial and check your insurance. They are not able to check for your roadworthy because DVLA doesn't have a database. I'm saying it on authority. DVLA doesn't have a database. Is DVLA interested in contracts for people who are on the board, etc.? I'm asking a question. DVLA doesn't have a database. They don't have a database. So the police gets you on the road and he is forcing you to present your roadworthy certificate. If it's not already pasted on your vehicle, he wants it in fiscal document. Why must it be so? Insurance Commission has made life easier for everybody. So they see your vehicle. Sometimes the police people, you find them in the traffic and they check on their phone and they give you thumbs up that, oh, you have insurance. DVLA does not have a database. And you ask yourself, why? So why are they making the work of the police so difficult? Why? And for 8 years, my good friend, Senior Kwesi Buzia, has been at DVLA, and they have not thought about this. 8 years. I'm asking a question because I spoke with a senior police officer who told me that, look, that database, for you to be able to check, it is not present. It is not present. It is not present. If a policeman stops you on the road today, can they check for your roadworthy certificate via a text code or USSD? Can they check for it? I'm asking a simple question. Can they check for it? If a policeman stops you now, they can check for your insurance through the NIC database. If they stop you on the road now, can they check for your roadworthy certificate? Can they? Please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Please call me. Let's have a conversation after this break here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.